Good morning, everybody, and how are you this wonderful Tuesday morning? It is lovely, lovely, lovely to be with you this morning. I am hoping that a bunch of people are going to jump on with us this morning because we have an open Q&A happening today, which is really exciting because this, guys, is your opportunity in our Business Growth Insights to get some insights directly from me. Hello, Claire Williams. How are you, darling? So this is, like I said, ready to get some insights directly from me. Your business questions answered. If you have had, this burning question that you want an answer to, guys, this is your opportunity to come and ask it. I am here for you guys. I love this type of thing because, while I haven't necessarily planned anything to say today, the thing that I love is the not knowing who's gonna ask me any questions. So, guys, if you are joining me today, you're jumping on live, say good day in the comments like our beautiful Claire and Parme have. It's lovely to have you both joining us this morning. And if you're watching the replay, pop hashtag replay. Also, if you are watching the replay and you have a question that you would like to ask that might not necessarily have been answered this morning here, please feel free to pop that in the comments too, and I'll come back and answer it if you like. So just because I don't want anyone to miss out. We do not want people to miss out. So it'd be lovely to see you this morning. Guys, if you are watching this and you're wondering who I am, you go, well, that's great. I want my business questions answered, but who are you and why should I ask you? Guys, my name is Ali Sugars and I am the founder and the principal of the Heart and Soul Business Academy, which is where we have a really huge passion to help you build, grow, and scale your business to incredible heights and do it with a level of confidence that you may not feel that you have right now. We teach you how to gain that confidence. And guys, we work on 4 pillars. And they are, I'm going to hold my cup of tea up here so I can show you. They are mindset, motivation, marketing, and momentum. And we might talk a bit, through a little bit of each of them this morning as we go on. Claire Williams, can you really ask a question? Now, let me answer that. As long as it's to do with business, yes. Because I know you, and I know you will definitely try and ask me a question that I may not be prepared for. So, yes, you may ask a business question, Claire. How's that sound? David just said good morning. Good morning, David. How are you? Beautiful. So, as I said, guys, if you're jumping on live, please feel free to ask me a question. I'm here to answer it. I have a lot of people, come to me going, Ali, we love your trainings, but you just have an open Q&A. So here we are. This is exactly what we're having, guys. Now, while I'm waiting for people to ask a question, I did have a little topic that I wanted to just bring up this morning because it's something that I see a lot of people doing, and anyone who's in my academy, Claire Williams, will know that this is one of my pet hates, or not pet hates, let's call it a pet frustration. And I've seen a few people lately airing their frustrations on this particular thing as well in the last couple of days. Now, who has heard of dumping and running? Do you know what dump and run is? It sounds disgusting, right? It sounds like, the bag of poo on the door, but, set alight. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about in regards to social media, dumping and running. So what this is when you might be involved, whether you're involved in groups, whether you have your own group, your own business page, your own business, right? What dumping and running is posting and not doing anything with it, right? Now, I've seen a lot of people in the last few days, as I mentioned in particular, getting really frustrated. I have a lot of friends who are in, for instance, markets and things like that, online markets where they sell their direct sales products and their other products and services. Things like virtual expos. Guys, if you have been following me for a little while, you will know that I run 3 virtual expos a year. Our next one is in June, by the way. And, dumping and running is basically, like I said, is putting in a post in those markets, in the other Facebook groups that you might be, I see that question, Claire. I'll get to you soon, my darling. Other groups that you might be involved in. You are literally, all you're doing is posting your post, and then you're leaving and you're not doing anything with it, right? This is another word for it. This kind of sounds a lot better than what I said, is posting and ghosting, right? That is dropping a post and you disappearing into thin air, right? And then wondering why no one's engaging with you, wondering why no one's buying your stuff. And because, as the lady says, ain't nobody got time for that, right? We need to develop relationships, guys. And this is what I am a huge advocate for, is building relationships. If you pop a post in, that's great. You can't just hope that people are going to find it, right? So the first thing to remember, and be honest, are you a dumper and runner, right? Or a poster and ghoster, right? I like that better. I used to be, and I couldn't figure out why my business wasn't going anywhere. I would be involved in hundreds of groups. I would spend probably an hour a day posting as many of them as I possibly could, and then I never went back and did anything with that, right? So what I had to learn was that social media is there to help us build relationships. So while people might see social media, right, as just a marketing tool, it is much more than that. It is an engagement tool, right? Remember that. It is an engagement tool. So to help you build relationships, right? Not robots, right? Relationships over robots. So that's the thing we need to remember. Social media isn't a set and forget deal. It's about showing up. It's about engaging. Remember that word, engaging with the people who engage with you, and even those who haven't yet engaged with you, and genuinely supporting each other. What I see in these markets, and I see it all over the place because I'm involved in a lot of markets, is I see people that, yes, they're engaging, but they're engaging with the wrong intention behind it, right? And if you've been following me for a little while, you will know that when we're in business, we need to have the right intention, right? If you're just in it for the money, if you're just in it for the sale, it is going to be obvious. And how do I know that? Because in these markets, what I see is people just, yes, they're engaging, right? They're either posting and ghosting, or they're coming back and they're engaging and they're saying the same thing to everybody, right? They're not necessarily reading a post. They're just going, thank you for sharing. Guys, that's as boring as batshit. Who cares? So when you are building those relationships, the idea is to take the time to read the post, right? To read someone else's post, do a little comment on it, make it genuine. And then also when someone comments on your post, reply to them, make it a genuine comment. Don't just say thank you for commenting, right? It's boring. Take the time to build that relationship, to build that connection with someone. It is so, so important, right? But if you are just doing that for the sake of, oh, well, hopefully someone will see my post and make a sale and I'll get some money in my bank, people are going to know. People are going to know, right? All right, so let me I've had so much success with the professional dashboard. Now, are you talking? Hang on, let's have a go, Claire. Professional dashboard. Oh, you're talking about on Facebook, the professional dashboard on Facebook. Is that what you're meaning? I just want to check that I've got the right idea. Yes, absolutely. And that's something that if you are utilizing social media, first of all, if you're not utilizing social media for your business, you're missing out. Facebook, there are so many social medias. Facebook, I believe, well, it's still the king, is the king of social media, right? It remains the king of social media, and it doesn't look like that's going to change. So I'm going to suggest that if you haven't yet got your profile, call it your personal profile, into professional mode, then you are missing a massive opportunity. Now, I'll show you, that's what you mean. Great. I was just waiting for Claire. So I can absolutely show you what that means. So let's have a look. I'll share. This is my profile. Here's something I prepared earlier. So this is my profile here. Okay. Now you can see professional dashboard. Okay. So when you are in professional mode, it will show this. It will say how many followers you've got and how many people you're following. Okay. So when you are not in professional mode, it will show you how many friends you have. That's it. Okay. Now, what's the difference? You can still only have 5,000 friends on Facebook, guys. Okay, that's the bottom line. You can't have any more friends, but you can have as many followers, people following you, as you like. As you can see, I've got 9.2K followers. Right now, that's taken me a little while to build up. So don't feel stressed if you don't have those numbers. It doesn't matter. Everyone's got to start somewhere. This account started with no people, no friends, no followers. So don't panic. But professional mode, what it is, if you're not in it and you want to know how to turn on professional mode, go to your profile. These three little dots here. Click down here and it will say turn professional mode on. Okay. All you need to do is click that. Probably refresh your screen and it will take it should only take a couple of seconds. It might take a couple of minutes for Facebook to change it over. And what it will give you, why do you want to do this? Apart from showing people that you are in business, guys, because something to remind you is that our profile on social media, and this is all the social medias, this is our shop window. This is where people are going to first connect with you. You might think that they're first connecting you within a group. Let me ask you, if someone in a group, if someone or post or something captures your attention in a group, what are you going to do? You know, and you think, oh, I might consider working with that person, or I might consider buying, their stuff, buying their product. What are you going to do? You're going to go to their profile and check them out first, right? So this is where it is important that that it's very clear to people that you're in business, right? This shows that I'm in business. This is my billboard here. We need to change this up, make it more fresh, right? I need to update this. We've got a professional or a clear headshot of me to show that this is actually me, all right? There's a lot of other things on your profile, but we teach that in the Heart and Soul Business Academy. But as far as the professional mode, what we have access to now is a professional dashboard. So let's click in here. And I've had a big week. I've had a big week and a big month just gone. This updates probably every week, right, to show you your stats. So you can see here, right, what this shows you is your profile overview and the insights or the stats. Okay, so you can see over the last 28 days, I've had 33,500 views. That's collectively on all my posts, my stories, my reels, everything that I do. Okay, it has reached 9,000 people. The interactions we have had is just over 2,000. And the new followers, I've regained 71 new followers in a month, right? So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Could it be better? Absolutely it could, okay? But why do we want to look at these? Because we want to use this essentially as market research to know what content is working and what isn't. Now, when I say too that your profile should be in professional mode, that doesn't mean that you always have to add professional content. You can still add personal content. Let me give you a great example, right? You can see So if you didn't see what I did then, right, I'm recent content and I clicked on see more. Okay, so this is the recent content that I've had. So this is us live now, right? This is us live right now. You can see 14 views. All right, so that's the stats there already. That'll probably update after this, I would think. We've had a couple of stories go up, right? But look here, right? This is a video. My daughter got married on the weekend. I'm still on a high from it, not gonna lie. My daughter got married on the weekend. So obviously these couple of posts here were personal, right? And have they brought me reach? Absolutely. Does it matter that it's personal? No, because everything that you do on your profile helps boost the engagement, right? We hear about the Facebook algorithm all the time. So the more, if you've got something personal to share, share it, okay? Put it up there. You see the videos here, right? These are stories that I've posted. My baby girls get like personal, right? So you can see, I can see that what's happening on my profile is that the personal things that I share are getting more reach, which is great. Which is because what it does, it helps people in business and those who might want to work with you. It shows them that you're human, that you have a personal life as well. I don't suggest always being businessy on your profile. Can you promote? Should you promote? Absolutely, you should promote, right? And by the way, I can see there's people joining us. If you are joining us and you have a question, a business question, please feel free to pop it in the comments because this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to answer your questions today. All right. So going down here, right, down here, the professional dashboard, you can help see how your audience is going, right? So I've had 71 follows this again in the last 21 days. People have unfollowed me. Am I getting upset about that? No, because these people who are unfollowing me probably aren't my ideal audience anyway. So it doesn't worry me. Net follows. And if you don't know what it is, just click on the information, the number of follow minus the number of unfollows, right? So basically, all in all, I've got 37 new followers in the last month. Great, beautiful. Here's the age and gender. So this is really important. You know, I work with men and women, but I mainly aim at women. So the fact that 69, nearly 70% of women are engaging with my content and following me, that's great. That says to me, okay, that my content is working in general. I probably need to improve on talking to women more if those are the people that I want to concentrate on more, okay? So it's a good mix, right? Now you can also see the locations. Now this is really, really good because also my target audience is in Australia. So I can see, right, how many people and the location they are in, which is great. I'm in South Australia, so I would expect that to be up the top, right? Town, cities, countries, you can do more, okay? There are some countries here which I'm not necessarily targeting at, so, you know, that's okay. So you can see you can use this as market research to go, okay, am I talking to the right people? And again, don't forget, if you've got questions, pop them in. I'm just going to go quickly check the chat. Who's getting down? Who's understanding what I'm saying here? And I would love to know who has your what am I trying to say? Your profile in professional mode. Are you in professional mode or are you in personal mode? Okay. Yes, you can go to Ad Center here. I don't teach on Facebook ads, so I'm not going to teach on that today, basically. You can do a weekly challenge, right? See here. So I love this. And keeping in mind that, you know, we're at the beginning of the week, a weekly challenge, get 5 new followers, publish 5 new public posts. Beautiful. Publish 7 new reels, public reels, right? Automatically share your Instagram post to post back. So this is what I love about professional mode. Hello, Natty. How are you, my darling? If you have a question, pop it up. Professional mode, Facebook gives you. It gives you hints. If you're willing to take the time, it gives you hints, right? This is hints on how to boost your algorithm, guys. Get 5 new followers, and that's not just anybody, all right? This is by doing all the other stuff, you will gain new followers, right? If you publish new posts, you publish new public reels, right? You should, if you have Instagram, you should be automatically sharing it anyway, so that's fine. So do a weekly challenge and they'll reward you for it, guys. They will. They will put your content in front of more people. Inspiration Hub. I love this. Here we go. They're giving you ideas, songs for you, right? They've taken my content and they've given me suggestions to use. I love this. You know, positive vibes. That's one that stands out to me straight away. Motivation, of course, because it's one of our pillars, right? So I could take this photo, so yeah, I might use that in a reel. Okay, it's giving me ideas. Events. So these are events that I've set up, right? That's a whole other training there. I'm actually going to go back to there. I'm not going to go through that because we haven't got the time. You know, you can link accounts. You can create, you know, you connect your WhatsApp account there. All kinds of things that you can do, right? So here's my suggestion. If you are not in professional mode, let's go out of professional mode and go back into my profile. If you're not in professional mode and you are in business, I would highly suggest that you go and change that now. It will tell people that you are serious. A lot of people will come to me and say, I don't want to use my profile for business purposes. My question to you is why not? Because it's not what are you trying to hide, or are you trying to hide? And why are you trying to hide that you're in business? A lot of people have fear of putting yourselves out there and going public with that you're in business. But if you don't do that, guys, no one's going to know. All right? It's okay to post in these groups, but we have to have our profile set up. And as I mentioned, it doesn't mean that everything that you post has to be business, promotional. It doesn't mean that everything you post has to be personal. It can be a mix or match. Now, if I had, let's go down here. That's us live there. Now, here's this post, right? This is my daughter getting married. I love this post. It makes me want to cry, but I won't. Not today. You see, I put this to public, right? Now, if I had wanted to, when I posted this, because it's personal, I didn't have to have it public. What you need to know about professional mode is when you are in professional mode, unless you change it, all your posts will be public. Now, if I wanted to change this, I could still change it now. Okay? All I did was click on the little world sign there. I could change it to just friends, which would keep it more personal, or friends accept and hide it from certain people, which I can't be bothered, right? But, you know, you can see here, public, mine's public, but I could, if I wanted to, change it to friends. But I didn't know I'm going to brag about my daughter getting married. So I put it public. But you can change it. Okay? So there you go, guys. So if you're not in professional mode, bottom line is you should be. You absolutely should be in professional mode. Again, so I can see there's more people jumping on. We've got 5 or 6 more minutes. So if you have a business question, please pop it in now. Pop it in now. It would be really important. And like I was talking before too, I was talking about not posting and ghosting. So let's go back to that. When you are popping a post on social media, nothing happens with it because you've literally just, as we call it, dump and ran, right? And I see this all the time. Something that I want to remind everyone of today is that when you engage with people, guys, when you engage with posts, you're not just engaging with posts. It's more than a post. It's a person, right? You are a person. You want people to engage with your posts. So when you're engaging with other people's posts, remember you're engaging with people. Because what does engagement mean? It equals growth, guys. But this is genuine engagement, not just for the sake of popping a post up and commenting on it or commenting on someone's post because you want to get something out of it, right? Value those connections. Being generous, right? And I don't mean generous in financial stakes, being generous with your time and with your comments, with your what's the word? I can't even think of the word, but being, valuing other people's posts and valuing your own time and their time as well. Your generosity, guys, is going to get rewarded. Right? That is the bottom line. If you want other people to care about your business as much as you do, what you need to do is show genuine interest in their business as well. So it's simple. It's just like anything in life. Give first, right? Receive later. John, hello. All right. This is a perfect question, John. Do you find, and joining us from LinkedIn, fantastic. Do you find better results from Facebook or LinkedIn? I'm a bit of both. It all depends on your target audience, right? Who you want to get in front of. Now, if you think about Facebook, Facebook is very personal, all right? A lot of people, like I was just talking about, our personal profile, right? So it is very personal. People will jump on it mostly for personal stuff. Yes, we jump on it for business stuff. It is a lot more casual, right? Yet if you're in business, you still have to be professional. LinkedIn is what I would describe as Facebook in a business suit, right? LinkedIn is more business to business. Okay, so if you're if you are, let's say, a coach who coaches coaches, right? That sounds ridiculous. But if you are someone you're looking to, to help people in the area of coaching, then you're probably going to find them on LinkedIn. All right. LinkedIn has definite, like I said, it is Facebook in a business suit. It has a definite different feel to it. It runs very similarly to Facebook, but when you compare the both, you will 100% see the difference. All right. So you can take what you learn, and this is what I say to my clients. You can take what you learn on Facebook, right, to grow your business. Like I started on Facebook. This is how I started getting my clients. I started on Facebook. You can take the strategy that you're using on Facebook. You can translate it. You don't do exactly the same thing on LinkedIn, but you can translate it to use a similar strategy on LinkedIn. It does have to be a little bit different because of the feel of LinkedIn, right? So something that you might post more casually on Facebook needs to be more business orientated on LinkedIn. Of course, depending on your audience too, you got to be talking, you got to be putting yourself in front of your audience as your brand in a genuine way, someone that's going to attract them to you, right? So in answer to your question, John, for me personally, I would say I have more success on Facebook still because of my brand. Yet, as my brand is developing, I am transitioning more to LinkedIn, because as my brand is evolving, so is my audience, if that makes sense. So I hope that makes sense to you. So, and as with any socials, right, there's more socials out there than just Facebook and LinkedIn. They're probably the two that business people will use the most. And it all depends on when your audience, like I said, where your audience hangs out. YouTube is another great social media platform that we use. We're live on YouTube as well today. Instagram. Instagram for us isn't a big success, I'll be honest. We don't get a lot of clients from Instagram, but we still are there. We're still visible. And a lot of my Instagram followers will come over onto Facebook. Okay, so you can see how it all does work together, but it does depend how you can make yourself and where you can make yourself more visible, where people are more likely to connect with you. So I hope that answers your question. I have just realised the time. My God, I've been going on for half an hour. I can't believe that goes so fast. So I hope that answered your question, John. Now, again, if you are watching the replay and you still have another question, please pop it in the comments. I'll come back and I'll check, right? I'm going to engage with you. How cool is that? And I will definitely come back and answer it. Guys, if you have other questions or you are in your business and you're going, I've loved what you've said today, I really, really want to know more. And if you would love to know more about the Heart and Soul Business Academy and how we can help you, it is a holistic course which takes you from starting, setting up and running a business to getting to that incredible momentum, making those sales and being ready to build a team. If you would like to know more, pop the word Academy in the comments and we'll be in touch with you. So we can make a time for you and I to have a chat on Zoom. We call it a business booster call. So I can learn about your business, about your goals and aspirations. And, this is all about you, not me. So I want to learn about you and what you're all about, what kind of help you need, and whether the Heart and Soul Business Academy is for you. I'd love to have the opportunity to speak with you. So pop Academy in the comments, guys. I'll see you in that booster call, and we will see you as well this coming Thursday live on social media. I'm actually going to talk. This is really cool. I'm actually going to talk about mistakes that I have made in business to help you to avoid them. Right? I love sharing my mistakes. Ask my clients; they'll tell you. I love having a laugh at myself. There's a lot of things I can laugh about. All right, my beautiful people. So thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in those booster calls, and I'll also see you on Thursday morning at 9:30 Adelaide time, guys. Mwah. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Bye.